Let's take a look at the chart action for Dogecoin. Alright, so here's what I'm looking at on the Dogecoin price. My last couple videos we were watching this falling wedge pattern. We actually broke it to the upside last night, or after I uploaded that video, as I was waiting for the breakout going to the upside. This pattern didn't perform as good as I wanted it to. I was hoping that it would come up to here to the red line, but we actually came up to this Fibonacci retracement level over here at the 38% level, sitting at around 0.189, and then it started to reverse and started heading down. And like I was talking about on yesterday's video, after it breaks to the upside, I'm going to be looking at the uptrend, and I'm going to be looking at the bottoms right here and draw a trend line. So we draw the trend line, and we actually broke that trend going to the downside. So now what we're looking at, instead of the bottoms, is we're going to look at the tops. Right here we got a top right here and a top right here. So let's go ahead and draw a trend line, something like this. So once we break this trend line going to the upside, then that will be a bullish signal that we could possibly be coming up to this Fibonacci retracement level again, or hopefully come up to this red level. I also see this 180 moving average sitting right here, sitting at around, right now it's sitting at around 189 or 19872, sorry. And this might give us some resistance as well. The other thing I was kind of noticing is we got rejected right here, and we also got rejected all in this area right here. In my opinion, I think if we could break this level sitting at around maybe 0.188, then we might get a nice big candle, because check out in the past, we had this big red candle straight down, and then if you look over here, when we broke this level right here, we got a nice green candle going to the upside. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just thinking that if we could break this level sitting at around 0.18859, then it might give us a good pump, but I don't know when that's going to happen. So I think the next thing I was looking at, let's take a deeper dive into the price, and we'll take a look at the 5-minute time frame. Now this is a fast time frame, so this might like take place right away, or this pattern might perform right away, and or not. But I'm looking at the bottoms right here. We have a bottom right here and a bottom right here, and I don't know, this kind of looks like another falling wedge pattern in my opinion. Let's see if we could break this going to the upside, and then maybe we can come up to this level again or break it. But also look at this 180 moving average right here. Maybe that might give us some trouble. This is sitting at around 0.18108. So I don't know, even if we do break this, maybe this 180 moving average will give us some trouble. But this is kind of the next thing that I was kind of looking at. I'm kind of wondering if we can break through that, go to the upside. If we don't go to the upside, and let's say we head to the downside, because we still haven't broken to the upside or the downside yet, we don't really know until we start breaking the trend. But if we start breaking to the downside, the next levels that I'm looking at is what are we looking at? It's the 61% level on this Fibonacci retracement chart. So let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm talking about or where I'm getting these levels. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's delete a lot of this stuff right here, because we don't really need it when we're looking at the bigger picture. And I'm going to go into the daily time frame and talk about something else in the next little portion of this video. But right now, the Fibonacci retracement chart. So we had a uptrend like this. We broke this going to the downside, or we started testing it, but we actually broke it going to the downside. We set up the Fibonacci retracement chart from the bottom to the top right here. So you get the tool right here, drag this from the bottom to the top, and then that gives you some levels to watch for a dip, to possibly buy during a dip. So yeah, so I was watching the 38% level and the 50% level. We already came down, hit the first target, came down, hit the second target. I'm kind of curious if we're going to come down and hit the 61% level, sitting at 0.16113, I think that's what it says, or 0.16407 is where I have this orange line at. That's going to be the next line I'm watching if we go to the downside. And then there's some other levels as well that I'm watching if we go to the downside. So let's say, okay, so this is this trend. This is the Fibonacci retracement chart for this particular trend right here. But we also have this other bigger trend. And let's I'm kind of curious, are we going to be retracing from this bigger trend? So let's go ahead and drag this to the bottom of this trend right here, and we're going to step back into the daily time frame because this is going to be a good segue into the daily time frame anyways, what I'm looking at. All right, so we're looking at this on the daily, and right here, so we moved the Fibonacci retracement chart. We stretched it out a little bit. Now the 50% level is sitting at 0.15616, and then the 61% level is sitting at 0.13928, or somewhere around there. I think my orange level is sitting at 0.13947, and this one's 0.15654. This one is 0.16407. So those are the next levels going to the downside. I'm not sure if we're gonna go down or up right now. Like I said, we're looking at that 5-minute time frame, and it might be a possible bullish pattern. But yeah, these are the next limit orders, and hopefully we don't break this trend right here, where we have a bottom right here and a bottom right here. Hopefully we come down, get a bounce on this, and start heading back to the upside. And this is the next thing that I wanted to talk about. So let's go ahead and let's actually just delete this to get some of the stuff out of the way. I guess that's okay right there. So we have this 9 moving average on the daily time frame right here. When we're above it, when the price is above this 9 moving average, it's getting support and it's bouncing to the upside. When we break below it, then we come into contact with it and get resistance, and until we break this going to the upside, then this is our bullish signal right here. So it kind of came down like that, curved a little bit, and then we were able to break through to the upside. Right now the 9 moving average is still pretty, it's like right above us pretty much, so it'd be somewhere like in here maybe, I don't know. It's possible that we have to kind of go sideways for a while, or maybe we can come down, bounce on this, and then by that time the 9 moving average is getting closer to the price, and then we can break through it. Basically, I want this 9 moving average to be closer to the price for us to be able to break through it, or I mean in general I think it'll be better when we're closer to it to be able to break through it, as opposed to when it's far away. We're probably going to come into contact with it and get pushed down possibly. So yeah, and going back to that Fibonacci retracement levels, that's another thing I kind of wanted to talk about is even though like today I wasn't able to take advantage of these little swings. Okay, so we drag from, we have, let's just do this real quick. We have this trend right here, and then we get the Fibonacci retracement chart, we drag from the bottom to the top, set up my levels. So this is basically the levels to watch, and like I've been talking about in my videos, or my last videos, it's cool to trade these. It's cool to use these levels to trade on. So we buy them, and then we buy them, and then when it comes up, we could sell them, then buy them back, and then sell them, and then sell them, and then buy back, whatever it is. But if we were, I mean, I didn't really get to take advantage of these moves today, like I was saying, or that little move to the upside, because we hit the second target, got a nice little bounce on it, and then we kind of broke that trend line. But what we could have done is just robotically sold at this line right here, and that would have been like a good 7%. Let's see, from this Fibonacci retracement to this other one, it's around 6.8%, something like that. And even if we would have waited for it to break the trend right here, I'm not sure if you guys took advantage of that trade or not, but I've been busy all day, so it went up, and from where it broke the trend around 4% or something like that, or I was at work, so I wasn't able to take advantage of that. But if you look right here, it looks like we're getting a bounce again on that level, and I'm kind of very curious if we're going to do something like this for a while, or maybe something like this, go to the downside, do something like that, and continue on and bounce in between these levels until we're actually ready to start moving up. So that's basically what I'm looking at. Those are a lot of the things that I've been looking at this afternoon, or this evening, on the Dogecoin price. Filling limit order, or setting my limit orders, and then hoping that we could continue to break to the upside. But like I said, I'm kind of looking at this 9 moving average on the daily time frame in the bigger time frame, when I think the daily time frame is a very important time frame. The bigger time frames are going to give you a better bigger picture, let's say. So yeah, let's see if, you know, these limit orders, first target .16407, second target .15654, third target .13947. I'm not sure how far it's going to go down. It might just get this first one and then bounce, or it might hit the trend line, get a nice little wick down and then bounce, or completely break it and continue to head down and then start hitting these levels. But we won't know until we start coming into these levels, or maybe we'll even just go sideways here. So those are the things that I'm kind of keeping my eye on and thought you guys should know as well. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about the video, and if you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.